To the dramatic scene in the Oval Office today, the tense confrontation, President Trump ambushing the President of South Africa.
Up next, another Oval Office meltdown, President Trump ambushing the President of South Africa.
President Trump is being accused of conducting something of a diplomatic ambush of South Africa's president in the Oval Office.
To be with you, I'm Katie Tur. President Trump orchestrated another Oval Office ambush today.
Today, Donald Trump meeting with the President of South Africa and attempting to ambush and humiliate that leader.
Zelensky territory, where essentially he was a bit ambushed inside the Oval Office.
Felt like an ambush in there, kind of like the President Zelensky meeting in the Oval Office.
This was an ambush. It was orchestrated.
Cyril Ramaphosa brought his best diplomatic self to this meeting, but nothing could have prepared him for this multimedia ambush.
What started as, to some degree, an ambush.
Well, Katie, I mean, it was an ambush.
Ambush.
Ambushed.
Ambush.
An ambush.
Ambushing.
Ambushed inside the Oval Office.
So as you can see right here, ladies and gentlemen, today the magic word is ambush. And sometimes if you repeat something over and over, it might not be true, but if you keep thinking about the last word you heard, that might be the lens you might perceive the current information on the TV.
That we've just seen on the screen. I don't know. Look, these are articles over the last few days. Death of people. Death. Horrible death. Death. I don't know. To pick anyone, white South Africans are fleeing because of the violence and racist laws. And this is all, I mean, I'll give these to you. So when you say, what would I like to do? I don't know what to do. Look at this. White South African couples say that they were attacked violently.
President Trump, when will you go and see for yourself if it is?
Well, I could do that. Look, here's burial sites all over the place. These are all white farmers that are being buried. And he asks about a jet that was given. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, you are so bad. You're such a bad reporter. This is one after another. This family was wiped out. I'm just looking.
Can we get a report from President Trump? What's your reaction to those videos, Mr. President Trump?
Well, I think the videos are so. No. When you look at the videos, I mean, how does it get worse? And these are people that are officials, and they're saying that kill the white farmer and take their land. That's what. And I have other friends in South Africa. I have people that left. One in particular that says you can't go there. He said they want to take your land, they take your land, and they kill you.
So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it feels like an ambush and nobody wants him to play the video. But I'm like, why are you so focused on the video? Because if the video was about somebody else that wasn't white, I think most people would not mind if he played the video.
They questioned the president, was there any genocide going on in South Africa? He said, you know what? I'm going to let the South African president answer that question. And after the South African president said all that bullshit, Trump said, check this out. I got some receipts. Yo, dim the lights.
Turn the lights down. Turn the lights down. And just put this on. It's right behind you. Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. Yes. South Africa, occupy land. That's who we are.
Honorable member,
you can withdraw my membership from this useless parliament.
Honorable, yes, honorable member.
Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Nyamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. Brr, pa, pa, brr, pa, pa. To kill, Nyamaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer.
The mayor of DA in PE is a white man.
So these people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have touched a white man. Not because Mashaba and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, don't worry. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness.
Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Brr, pa. Pa. Brr, pa. Shoot to kill. Yamasa. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Kill the brewer, the farmer. Brr, pa. Pa. Brr, pa. Pa.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, we have not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't guarantee the future.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter, they freak out. It sounds like a genocidal call.
Cry babies.
Ulipul, sizogoshaya, uzotuchulwa. Ulipul, sizogoshaya, uzobalega tu. Sizobatula, bazobalega tu. Sizobatula.
We will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not. If they object, they can seek refuge in America.
And what he just said right there, I think most Democrats are not happy with that. Most, at least that's what I think. Because if you help them just because of their skin color, even if they're doing something to them because of their skin color, you're doing the bad thing and not them. Dilo, remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué?
People are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you.
As you can see, he's trying to stop Trump. But the reason he's trying to stop Trump because maybe he wants to add some context. Or he was surprised that Trump was calling out that certain things was happening to white farmers. And Trump was like, well, I'm going to show you what I see. And you need to convince me that this is not happening. Because you're saying this, but you're saying this is not happening.
Very bad. These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who's killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it.
President Trump just got caught in a sickening lie in the Oval Office today. Have a listen.
These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers.
These were not actually grave sites. These were fake graves in a political campaign ad in South Africa. President Trump just got caught in a sickening lie in the Oval Office today. Have a listen.
These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers.
These were not actually grave sites. These were fake graves in a political campaign ad in South Africa.
And some people say that the cross is fake. It was a political campaign thing. And I'm like, okay, might be possible.
I sat there for about 3.5 minutes watching hateful videos about killing white South Africa. And the South African president had to sit there and listen to it. Boy, that's what I'm talking about. Forget all this rhetoric. If y'all ain't learned about Trump and the new doctrine, it's not about being nice. It's about keeping it real. And baby, he brought some receipts. Them videos talking about unaliving white people, pew-pew to unalive. The crazy part about it, whatever Trump says about you when you're not there, he damn sure gonna say it to your face. I am glad it ended a lot better than that confrontation with Zelensky, even though Zelensky deserved that shit. After answering questions, he even served him lunch. Again, the liberals will call it rude, but I call it real. Again, this fake diplomacy and telling everybody everything they want to hear and being nice to everybody, sometimes that don't work sometimes. I'll tell you one thing, there's never going to be another Trump. That man don't have a lot of time on his hands and he has zero fucks to give. But the great part about it is, no matter who you are, he's willing to meet with you. And I can respect that. Boy, what a time to be alive.
But that doesn't change the narrative that some people are singing certain stuff and you can just say that's not happening. Even if I make one mistake, that doesn't mean everything I said on the other side is wrong too.
The land of our forefathers and our foremothers must return to our people without any fail and without any payment of compensation. And it must happen now.
And I can agree with that. It's your land. You need to own it. You need to do whatever you want to do with your land.
To kill.
You need to be careful who is standing behind you and be like, we agree. But by doing that and you allow them to sing like them, I don't think most people would actually agree with you other than the people that want the same thing like you, which is we want the land back. But I want to sing something different. This happened in Zimbabwe, kinda exactly what's going to happen in South Africa. If you kick all the white men away, all the food will go away and everybody is going to be like in Zimbabwe, 1/3 of the population on, I believe, food aid. You can check it yourself to be 100% sure, but the point is, they have way more issue with food and they didn't fix the issue, and I believe they started in 2000 something, but they're still struggling.
I grew up in an area in South Africa that is a farmland area, Polokwane, and there is some issues up there. Obviously, my dad was a property developer as well as a part-time farmer, and yeah, some of these buddy farmers got killed. The farm is still going. My brothers run it, but it's a constant battle with farms they're trying to burn the farms down to chase you away. So it is a concern to try and make a living as a farmer, and at the end of the day, you know, without farmers, there's no food on the plate. So we need the farmers to produce the food.
Farming, right? He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't even want to do what you're doing, right? They love farming. They don't want to leave. But it's a struggle.
Yeah, and you know, food and fresh water is the most important thing in life. You know, without those two things, you can't survive.
How is the water there?
The water is great, obviously. All the water comes out of the borehole, out of ground for us down there. But yeah, it is a battle to get the water out sometimes when all the equipment gets stolen all the time that you're trying to get the water out.
So does your family and your brother, do they feel safe on the farm?
They live behind electric fences, you know, try and be at night safe. But it is constant whenever you leave that something could happen. And
there's nowhere to live.
You know, both of them has been attacked in their houses. My mom's been attacked in her house when she was 80. So it is difficult.
I'm at the point right now that I can see in his face that he has been ambushed. But also, he knows that something is going to happen because everybody saw people sing a specific song. And a bunch of people might say you have to be accountable. But then again, how can you be accountable for something that you never want to call out, because you know if you call it out, you have other people that you allow to sing something, and now you might have a party that's going to be split.
What's wrong with you?
You know you're driving the fucking car of a fucking Nazi?
Dude.
The guy gave 3 fucking Heil Hitler salutes.
What is wrong with this man?
He's a fucking Nazi.
So what do you want me to do about it?
Sell your fucking car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sell your fucking car.
What is wrong with you?
Get the fuck out of here. You're driving the car of a fucking Nazi. The guy is a fucking Nazi.
You're going to go to jail.
Fuck you.
You're gonna go to jail.
I'm not doing it.
What's wrong with you?
You know you're driving the fucking car of a fucking Nazi?
Dude.
The guy gave 3 fucking Heil Hitler salutes.
What is wrong with this man?
He's a fucking Nazi.
So what do you want me to do about it?
Sell your fucking car.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sell your fucking car.
What is wrong
Get
with
the
you?
fuck out of here.
Don't.
You're driving the car of a fucking Nazi. The guy is a fucking Nazi.
You're going to go to jail.
Fuck you.
You're gonna go to jail.
I'm not doing anything
You're
except
gonna go-
cussing at you.
Okay.
I'm
Touch
glad
me.
you're filming me.
Touch me, and you will go to
I'm
jail.
not gonna do anything violent.
Touch. It doesn't matter.
You're just a fucking asshole because
No.
you bought the car of a fucking Nazi. The guy's a fucking Nazi. Now fucking leave.
Yeah, seriously.
I see a pattern. If you can get that angry for a car, you can do that also for a form. Am I wrong to see a possibility of a pattern when people start thinking politically and take action?
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Butta fire na mi blonde, kush hash, purple skunk, criollo, colombici, jam jam, turloketta, berdetta, welcome.